Greetings, fellow Empyreans. I am Ashtarothi, and this is the world news for EVE Online, August 5th, YC123. Amarr Empire celebrates Foundation Day, YC123. Amarr Prime Domain. The high holiday of Foundation Day is being celebrated across the Amarr Empire, with Avatar-class Titan battle groups in parade formation in Amarr Prime and capital systems of the 6 royal houses of the Empire. Foundation Day marks the construction of the Grand Basilica of Saint Gynok, the First Prophet, at the heart of the imperial city of Dom Torsad, and is one of the most important religious holidays in the Empire's calendar. Empress Katniss has ordained a week of festivities while emphasizing the need for vigilance against the enemies of the Holy Amarr that hide within, as well as those who threaten the peace of God from without. In light of the recent SEC tax changes, the Theology Council has declared that additional tithes or offerings made on Foundation Day or during the week of festivities will garner the, quote, special favor of the Empress and God, end quote. Capsuleers loyal to the Amarr Empire are also celebrating Foundation Day with traditional spaceship parade around the Emperor's family station in Amarr system. Despite crackdowns on dissonance and the hunt for heretical cults and terrorist cells continuing, celebratory gatherings and movements of religious pilgrims are only slightly down as compared to previous years, with numbers comparable to those seen during last year's festival during the Triglavian invasion. Even so, the various security forces of the Empire are maintaining a high visible presence, and appear to be particularly attentive to monitoring the large movements of Imperial subjects and foreign tourists typical during such festivities. Imperial and House militaries are also continuing to rebuild and redeploy their forces as the aftermath of both the Triglavian invasions and the Equilibrium of Mankind terrorist plot settle back into diplomatic contention between the empires. The Imperial Navy is reported to have returned their oldest of the so-called mausoleum fleets, activated at the height of the invasion, to storage and the care of the religious orders tasked with maintaining such reserves. Royal houses and military orders are also notable in having built up their forces and establishing new bases and fortification. The Tashmerkon family has followed its development of the Stargate link to the Stain region with the construction of a new, even more formidable fortress in the Traumok installation in the Samatar system. Under Ardashapur family sponsorship, the Militant Order of Saint Tetramon has also established a fortress monastery at the fringes of the Thebeka system, scene of slave rebellion, pacification campaign, and capsuleer conflict in which the Order took an active role. In other news, Legacy Coalition assault on last stronghold of Imperium Coalition turned to rout in evacuation chaos. Major Outer Regions Capsuleer Coalition close to collapse amidst infighting over strategy. Extensive destruction across Delve region and the routes of evacuation as Imperium counterattacks. Construction of new station orbiting Matar underway in Mimitar Republic's Paytor system. Dispute over land and transport rights break out between Vekior and Thucker clans on Inor 6. Thucker Council of Caravans disavow responsibility for clans, quote, outside jurisdiction of Great Caravans. Military Governor of Inor 6 authorizes territorial guards to carry out police actions. Turf war between RSS, RJD, and Vekior tribal marshals ensues over Sekal clan cargo seizures. Edencom Intelligence Directorate reported to be in contact with elements of the Triglavian leadership. Chief of Edencom Intelligence Directorate accused of partiality to Amarr Empire by Galente senators. Sardor Colonel Parvaz Sarkovas reportedly briefed Provost Marshal Valkanir in presence of Amarr Inner Circle delegate. Edencom Provost Marshal repudiates claims. Briefings also held with Caldari, Galente, and Mimitar delegates. Republic protests at report Amarr briefing discussing using, quote, penal troops and gladiators, end quote, in Triglavian proving grounds. Captain Marshal Serdan Zerkosh accused Republic Security Services of, quote, infiltration and espionage, end quote, at Inner Circle HQ. Lidai Protection Services condemn, quote, criminal destruction and terrorism, end quote, by Capsuleer moon drilling in Ugalis. LDPS 203rd's Combined Asset Protection Regiment confirms destruction of research site on first moon of Ugalis 5. LPDS Colonel Aina Yuminoro stated, all valuable materials have been recovered, but Capsuleer terrorism is rarely rational. Derail Command and LDPS refuse to confirm or deny cooperation as both organizations continue Ugalis' operation. Federal Marines and Intaki Planetary Defense Forces report Intaki Prime, quote, secure under improved fortifications. Reports of Caldari militia forces attempting to scout surfaces of Intaki Prime, quote, destroyed in upper atmosphere. Hasiota, Ishikone, and Wiakomi megacorporations register colonial development claim for Intaki system with CBT. And that's it for today. This has been Ashtarothi, the voice of New Eden, reading the world news. See you in space.